What's up, guys? This is the start to another new video on the channel. I'm starting this off. I'm gonna make a run to the post office, drop off 2 orders that need to go out. Be sure to get your merch. But the first thing I'm gonna do is put on the stock 8-pillar gauge. Let's see if I can aim this over anymore. No, I cannot. Right here you can see in frame, I have a gauge pod that I am going to be taking the gauges out and putting them in the Miata. So I'm gonna get that done real quick. It's not very hard. I already have all the wires unplugged. I just have to cut this zip tie and we'll have it out. And just like that, I got the zip tie all cut, and I should just be able to pull these wires up through. I was wrong. I'm gonna have to get underneath. I think there's another wire connected. Oops. Wiring is never fun. Wires were stuck, and it looks like one of the grounds is still stuck. So I'm gonna grab that real quick. I just have to grab a socket to do that. But I figured this would be a quick little project to start the video before I start the video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why you keep a socket set in your car, just in case. I want to say it's like a 6 mil. But these gauges serve me no purpose in here, so I figure why not give them a reason and put them in the Miata. I was wrong. It's not a 6 or a 7. Okay, what is the standard equivalent? See if this is it. Too big. Did I really put a 1/4 inch in this? No way. Alrighty, my camera overheated, but we're back. I did get it out. All the wiring, I did a beautiful job on this wiring, so it all came out nice and clean. But stay tuned for that video whenever we install the gauges in the Miata. First I have to get it running, so that'll be talked about in today's video. But let's take a trip to the post office and drop off these packages. Alright, I am picking this video back up. I can't remember where I left off exactly. I think I was in a car. I am back at the Miata. I have made a little bit of a stupid discovery. Wish I would have thought of this, the other day when I was working on it. I took the old switch housing and I took the new ignition switch housing, took it off, and I combined it, and lo and behold, they fit perfectly, and the car cranks again. The car still won't start, so I know that there's something somewhere causing it to do so, but that's another discovery that I'm going to have to figure out here. But I'll get it set up on the tripod. Sorry if I sound a little bit low or monotone. I had a tooth pulled, so it's my best interest to not talk a lot so I don't mess anything up. I did have to grab my screwdriver set so I can put this back on. Oh, I remember where I left off. The Q&A video. I did get a couple questions, so at the end of this video, before I do the outro and everything, I will answer those questions. But as of right now, I'm going to get this put back together. The battery is getting a little weak in this, so I think there's a power draw from somewhere that I will have to figure out as well. This ignition switch does work. It's plugged in. I'll try and start the car here. Make sure it's neutral. Still no dash lights. Battery's going dead. Let me pop the hood here. Oh, hood's already popped because I've already been in this car countless numbers of times. I don't think I have a jump pack either. Relays, everything's. Let me find my keys. The fuel pump is also not kicking on. Ow. Just smashed my face. So I have to figure out why the ignition switch is not, or the fuel pump's not kicking on. I don't know where my fuse puller went. There's my fuse puller. Alright, I'm gonna check all these fuses down here to see if any of them are blown. Could be the reason why I'm not getting any power. So that fuse is replaced. I have lights on the dash again, so that's a good sign. But the battery's dead, too dead to crank it over, so I'm gonna go see if I can find a jump pack. I have taken apart the fuel pump cover. I'm going to use my circuit tester, and I'm going to see if I fried the fuel pump or not, because that would not be good. But we're gonna find out. I don't have to use this very often, and I don't like when I do, because then it's just a giant pain. So I'm gonna connect this to my battery down here. Alright, now that I have power to my circuit tester, I need a good ground. See if this frame metal works. Okay, the fuel pump's not fried. But it's confusing why I'm not getting any power to it. Plug the connector back in. Come on. I don't think I'm gonna get any power until I jump start that battery. So, let me see if I can either find jumper cables or a jumper pack. I have the Yaris battery hooked up to the Miata battery. Let's see if it'll jump start. Well, I am currently at a loss for words. It's getting power, the fuel pump's kicking on. The starter's working. It's cranking fine now. Let me do a little bit of research and I will figure this out. Alright, so I have to make a trip to a craft show to deliver something to a friend. But I figured now would be the perfect time to do that Q&A. I only did get a couple questions, so I'm gonna put them up on the screen. I'm trying to drive here too, so. One question was, are you wrapping or painting the Miata? That is a great question. My idea is I'd like to keep it white and put some type of livery or race number on it, just to kind of fit that race car style. I still am undecided. I like the white. I still have to do body work, but keeping it white and just put a livery on it would be probably in my best intentions. The second question, how long have I been growing my hair out? 7 months I have been growing my hair out. It does need cut. Being in Southwest Florida, having shorter hair does make it a lot cooler, especially being out in the sun as much as I am. It definitely will be getting cut here eventually. And then this question, how big is it? Well, my love of cars is exponential. I love cars more than anything. I've grown up working on cars. I've had plenty of them. This is my second Miata that I've had. That's how big it is, the love I have for cars. Honestly, if you guys want to ask me any more questions, leave them in the comments. I'll answer them in every video. When I get the chance, I'll answer them on social media. But feel free, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I won't hesitate to answer them. But I'll pick this up whenever I get to my location. Alright, I have made it to the little festival that they have going on down here. They are holding a motorcycle show, so maybe I'll get some clips of that. I'm gonna put them right here in this video. Stay tuned. I am back. Where I left off was the edit of the sweet motorcycles at the show yesterday. I spent all morning troubleshooting the issues on the Miata, and it lost spark. So I was troubleshooting all the spark plugs, seeing why it's not producing spark. Well, I have it tore down to the ignition coil. The ignition coil being bad. I did replace it, but the new one's gone bad, and I don't have the old one anymore. I might have thrown it away at some point or scrapped it, but there is one about 40 minutes away at a parts store, so I'm gonna run over there and pick that up, and hopefully it fires right up, because I need to get this video edited and on schedule to post for tonight. Than that, I will see you whenever we either have the part, we don't have the part, if I waste my time, or this won't even make it to the video. But I will catch you there. I have great news. Just picked up the brand new ignition coil. It was quite a drive, but oh well. If it fixes the car, this one is brand new. So we're gonna go home and test it and see if it works. Because if not, I'm V8 swapping the Miata. Mark my words. But on a real note, I'll catch you back at the house. I am officially back at the Miata. I have the new ignition coil here. And it is time to see if this is the culprit. So let me get this plugged in and switched up. Plugged in. Yeah, I tested all wires this morning whenever I was out here working on it. I'm gonna set it back here, and I'm going to try and crank the car over. Let's try that. All the fuses and stuff were replaced. Neutral. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You know what? Let me. Because it very well could just be these plug wires. I'm gonna make sure that ignition coil is still. There's no way. Alright, I am lost. I hate to end the video off this way, but the Miata is still not currently running. I did a little bit more research and I tested the wires going to the cam angle sensor, and I believe that is my final issue. Fingers crossed. So I have a new one on the way. Well, new used on the way. But that is where I'm going to end this video off. I'm going to clean up my tools and hate this car more than anything. But I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you get your Down South Media merch, downsouthmediallc.com. Links in the description. Next week's plans, once the cam sensor comes in, get that put on. If that doesn't fix it, I'm tearing it apart. That's the end of it. I'm tearing it apart and looking for a Ford 302 swap for it. But be sure to check out my other socials to keep up with the Miata. I will catch you later. Peace.